Hello everyone, welcome to Doing Holdings. We are the manufacturer of the lithium battery recycling machine. Well, today we're going to introduce about the technique and raw materials and the processing line. Well, if you're interested in this equipment or the business, you can contact with us. Any questions you have, you can leave in the comment section. So if you want to come to our factory or project cases, you can contact with our sales manager. Well, you can leave your contact ways or your information to us, requirements to us privately. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately and give you our catalog, our quotation, and anything you need to know. Today we're going to introduce about the lithium battery recycling equipment. Well, we not only have the lithium battery recycling, we also process the solar panel recycling plant with tire, with plastic, pyrolysis plant, and the carbonization plant. Well, just all these are environmental friendly, and to recycle this waste, and just can get some valuable products. Well, let's introduce about the several equipment. Well, the first is the lithium battery recycling plant that is to process like this different kinds of the lithium battery. Different kinds of the lithium battery, like the mobile lithium battery, plastic shell, power lithium battery, and so on. And just by using the physical technique and recycle the copper, aluminium, cobalt oxide lithium, and the graphite powder. And also we have the solar panel recycling plant that is to recycle the for example, the copper, the aluminium frame, and the plastic, the silicone, and the glasses. Well, this is the solar panel processing line that we can get the different kind of products. And by using these with tire, with plastic pyrolysis plant, that we can get the OU, the flue OU, carbon black, and all the products. For example, from the waste tire, we can get the steel wire, and from the aluminium plastic that we can get some aluminium from them. Well, also we have the carbonization plant that is to process the biomass and get the charcoal from them, like the wood or straw dust, the plum shell, or the coconut shell, and so on. This is the third processing line that we have. And also we have the like the waste oil, like for example the waste engine oil, the waste crude oil, and to refine them to the non-standard diesel. Like the diesel, we can use at agricultural machine, the ferry, or the mining machine, or the diesel generator, like this kind of places. This is the several several processing line that we have. Well, if you are interested in this kind of equipment, or you want to start this kind of business, you can contact with us. We are the sales manager of the we are the manufacturer of this kind of equipment. You can contact with our sales manager directly. We will send you our catalog, our price list, and we have our engineering team that can help you to have this process and give you the certification plan. Okay. If you want to visit our factory, also it's welcome. Our factory is in Henan province in China. Okay, you can just come to our factory to see how we built this equipment and the detailed technique. So just help you to get more clear about this kind of equipment and just be more have just the details of this thing, and we can have a comparison of the different manufacturer to find a suitable products, a suitable machine. Okay, and let's just come back to the lithium battery recycling machine. Well, with the development of technique and the application of the electronic car or the motor bicycle, it's very popular in our life. So there is plenty of this lithium battery are just waste. And just after the service life is ending, and it's very hard to process this kind of lithium rate, just to use the traditional ways. As we burn them, they will have a huge pollution of this soil and the air. So if we use this is a new or just another ways as to recycle this kind of products. We use the physical production and to just crush them and to separate the different products, and then we can get this several final products from the lithium battery. Well, it's environmental friendly just because the lithium battery contains some harmful substance such as the heavy metals, organic the solvents, or some other things that is just cause great pollution to the environment. And also we can recycle the valuable metals, like in the lithium battery, it contains these valuable metals such as cobalt, nickel, lithium battery, and these metals just can be recycled and achieve resource recycling. So this is the different lithium battery that we can use. Well, that is just classification by these physical characteristic. For example, the power lithium battery, hard shell lithium battery, or the mobile lithium battery, or the plastic shell, aluminium shell, or soft lithium battery. And just we can also process the positive of lithium battery and the negative of these things. And if the raw material will be just from different principles, they contain divided to the NMC lithium battery and LFP. Well, NMC battery containing manganese, nickel, and cobalt, and the LFP contain lithium and phosphate. So it's kind of different, and we can process these two kind of the lithium battery. Okay, and this is the final products we have. For the final products, the copper contains nearly 10 to 15, and same as the lithium battery. And some of the material will have kind of the iron inside. It occupies nearly 3 to 5%. And also it have the black powder. These two things are the mixed one. That is two. You can see this. These two things are the mixed black powder. Well, it contains this graphite powder and the lithium and the phosphoric acid inside. Okay, and just if you have any questions just about our plant or any requirements that, for example, you want to come to our factory or you want the price list, you can send the private message to us. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately and give you our catalog, our price list. Okay, and about the products purity. The purity of the black powder is above 98%, and the sizes is about 140 mesh. The proportion of copper and aluminium content in black powder is within 2%, while the copper powder, aluminium powder separation rate is 98 to 99%, and the sizes is 30 to 50 mesh. And this is some brief introduction of our final products. Well, the products prices, well, it's kind of different. It will often fluctuate that the price data is just a reference only. It's just contained with these market and different regions. Like the powder is in China at nearly 70,000, and aluminium is 10,000, 10,000 to 20,000, and the black powder 110,000 or so. And this is just for reference. Why the black powder is much more expensive? That is because it has some valuable metals like the lithium inside. That is much valuable. Let's see, this is the working process. Well, I'm not sure if you can see this clearly. If you want this catalog, you can tell my assistant in the background. We will send you this for you. We can see this first. Let's start from this green one. We first get the scrap lithium battery, and the first step is the discharging step. This is the pre-processing step. Well, we need to put the scrap lithium battery into the concentration of 8% to 15% sodium chloride solution to soak for 48 hours nearly, so that the positive and negative terminals of the battery is just short circuit to let the battery discharge completely. This is the first step, and because this is a solution, it have the water contained, so we need to dry them. And you can just choose the natural drying or the equipment drying. Just the discharge need to use the soaking pole or the barrels industrial salt water production line of more than 1 ton per hour can equip it with the drying machine that is nearly 100 to 200 degree. Well, if the output is too small, there's no need to equip it with the drying machine. Just the natural drying is enough. Okay, and the starting section, it can be just self-provide. You can just provide by yourself. It will not cost very high. And if you use the natural drying, that we can first dry and then put it into the shredding machine, the shredder, like the third step. And then, well, if you use these physical drying, the equipment to dry, then we first set the wet material into the shredder. It can just process the wet materials, and then we will use this carbonization machine, the carbonization furnace here, to dry them. And the temperature is nearly 100 and 200 degree to just lower the moisture of this material. And because it have this combustion system, so we need to process the purification system to purify them. It's also called the dust and gas cleaning system. It contained the just like the spraying tower and the active carbon system and the UV photooxidant catalytic system to remove, like the spraying tower, that is to remove the water soluble gas such as the hydrogen chloride or the hydrogen fluoride and so on, and also can filter out most of the dust contained in exhaust gas. And like the exit carbon system, that has advantages of high absorption efficiency, wide application range, and easy maintenance, and it can just purify these different gas and just waste dust inside. And the UV photooxygen system, that is to correct this lipid products and flue gas produce the harmless inorganic substance such as the carbon dioxide and the water inside. Okay, and this is a purification system. While different regions, they may have different policies of the purification system. So we will have the processing plan for you to help you to just reach the standard of your regions. And this is the dust cleaning system. It's just these dust and smoke cleaning system that contact with these condensation machine. And then we will come to the our processing step, the crushing and separation step. The first, just before the combination, we will go through a shredder. This is a double shaft shredder that to crush the particles around 3 to 5 centimeter, and then we can just get the drying step, and then the dry material will go into the first crusher. It is called the hammer crusher. The hammer blade crusher, a kind of the impact crusher by the high-speed rotation of the hammer blades in the crushing chamber, so as to make the material to be crushed to just smaller than 10 millimeter. This is the first crushing step. And then we will go into the rotary screen. The first rotary screen, the material from the primary crusher is sent through the air transportation system to the fully sealed rotary screen for screening through the 120 mesh screen surface rolling rotary screen, so that the qualified material, just the black powder, because the copper and aluminium is very small mesh, only the black powder can reach the 120 mesh. The black powder is discharged through the rotary holes, and the black powder here can be recovered about 60 to 70%. This is the first rotary screen. Okay, and then they will go into the magnetic separator for the second step. The magnetic separator is just optional device that is for the hard shell machine, that it have the iron inside, so we need to separate them, to separate iron from the copper and the aluminium, so as to reduce the influence that of the price of the copper and the aluminium. And then we will go into the liner vibrating screen. Well, this machine uses vibration for screening. Different products are controlled by the multi-layer screens and discharged from their respective outlets. The two layers of the screen mesh are 2 millimeter and 100 mesh stainless steel wire mesh. The top layer of the screen is we can just separate the diaphragm, equipped it with pipes and fans to remove the plastic diaphragm out of the machine. And the middle layer is the copper, aluminium, and black powder. The bottom layer is the black powder. The recovery rate of the diaphragm in this step is about 98%. And then we will go into the magnetic separator. The second hammer crusher. This crusher, that is the similar of the first one, but it can crush the particles into 6 millimeter. And then the crushed material, it will go into the second rotary screen. The further screening of the black powder. The second stage is 4 meters long. The first step is 6 meters long and has a 140 mesh screen. At this point, 10% of the black powder is screened out, and by this step, the black powder recovery rate is 95%. And then we will go into the grinder. This is the third step. Grinder will just grind the raw materials as the granular shape and to grinding to finer particles. Well, in this step, the most of the material is the copper and the aluminium. And then we will use the ID vibrating screen. Well, the grinder is conveyed with the step, and the rotary vibrating sheath is equipped with 50 mesh screen in the upper layer and 120 mesh screen in the lower layer. The small amount of the black powder come out from the lower layer of rotary vibrating sheath, and the middle layer sheath out of this copper aluminium mixture into the next level of the sorting machine. Now, the ID vibrating screen is a high precision screen machinery with low noise, high efficiency, fully closed structure, and suitable for screening and fertilizing of the granular powder and the other materials. In this step, the black powder recovery rate is 99%. Just all of these materials that all of the black powder that we can recover in this step. And then we will go into this air separator. This is the last step to separate this copper and aluminium. Well, it utilizes the combined action of airflow and vibration friction on the materials. The large copper particles settle to the bottom, and the smaller aluminium particles are suspended on the surface of the material layer by the action of airflow. In this link, the recovery rate of the copper and aluminium is about 98%. This is the whole production line, and wow! And here is the sorry, something wrong about. Okay, here is the word introduction of this processing line. You can have a look. Well, if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section, or any other questions, you can just talk with our sales manager. You can leave your contact information to us privately, or you can just tell your comments to us in the comment section. Our sales manager will contact with you and give you our catalog, our price list, or other information. Like this, the starting step to put the batteries into this 8 to 5 sodium chloride solution, and the second shredder to shred materials to smaller particles in this step is nearly 3 to 5 centimeter, and the carbonization machine to dry them by just automatically, and the glass and smoke removal machine that is to link with the carbonization machine to purify the gas, the smoke that's in the combustion system. And the dust removal system that is linked with the whole processing line. We didn't introduce this. This is just includes the cyclone dust collector to collect the bigger dust in the post dust collector machine, and post dust collector to collect smaller dust. Yes, and this is linked with the whole production line. Just all our equipment is physical production, so there are no smoke, just except with the carbonation machine. There are no smoke and no catalytic that we will use in this whole processing line. The only pollution that we have is the dust from the black powder, from the because all the lithium battery are the scrap things, so they have some dust in the surface. So we need to just purify them to ensure the clean environment of our workshop. And the first crusher, the material will be crushed to smaller than 10 millimeter by the first crusher. And the second rotary screen to get about 60% of the black mesh, and the screen is 120 mesh. And the negative separator to remove the iron material line the vibrating screen to control the sizes. And second crusher to get the material from a 6 millimeter and second rotary screen. Well, this just kind of different, just we have introduced later, but just all the equipment, just all it's just these things. And then also we have the grinder. Well, you can see this is the equipment feature. The first is we adopt technology of crushing and separation system. So after crushing the copper, aluminium, and the powder, just of the positive and negative plate is separate, and the separation screen is just high purity output. And also it's combined with crushing and separation system for battery cycling, achieve greater energy saving effects during the production process, and can high separation rate of copper, aluminium, and powder of this plant. This is a technical standard. All the separation rate is very high and it's very purified, that there are no many other materials inside, like the black powder, copper, and aluminium. Well, just I need to attention like this is the here there are several second rotary screen. And this is kind of our unique advantages. While some other manufacturer just use the multiple liner vibrating screen, that's instead of the rotary screen. Just compare with the liner screen of the black powder, the rotary screen has a characteristic of large handling capacity and high sorting rate. So that is why we can reach to a very high standard of separation. And you may worry about the noises. Well, the noises of the equipment is under 85 decibels, which meets the granulations of the industrial park. Well, in fact, under normal circumstance, the crusher is a little louder. So if this thing sound is kind of big plant, you can just make it soundproof, or the equipment can also do the soundproof processing. If you do the just have this business in the residential area, it's just best to this plant post this soundproof treatment. It's better. Okay, and here is the equipment layout. Not very clear. I'm not sure you can see this clearly. If you can just contact with our engineer, they will give you a detailed introduction of this. And this is a 3D layout. Similar as we introduce you later. And let's see this. This is the equipment list. Include the belt conveyor, double shaft shredder, and it also link with the belt conveyor to the hammer crusher. And then we need to ensure the sealed environment of this rotary screen. So we use the wind conveyor, and then belt conveyor, magnetic separator. Well, you can see the model and the power and the number of this, the quality of this different products. Well, that is different. Depends on your capacity and your working efficiency. You can contact with our sales manager. They will give you a certification plan for you that depends on your processing plant, your capacity. We have like 100 kilogram per hour, 500 kilogram per hour, 800 per hour, or 1 ton, 2 ton per hour of the whole processing line. And here are the spare part list, just for reference. About this plant here, this period is based on the normal operation conditions. So just for reference, just please check this part gradually and replace them according to the actual situation. Just we need to attention the blade, the scrim, and the back filters are all the spare parts. We need to ensure they are not damaged. They can work well. And if they have some things, some just different situations that we need to change them. And the crusher, like the blade, its period is 1 to 2 months, and frame nearly 3 months, just for reference. And here are several remarks, like the price term, payment for term, or the delivery time, installation, commission, operation, training, warranty. Okay, and these are all the on-sale service and the after-sale service. About the on-sale service of the price term or the delivery time, just for reference, you need to just contact with how many equipment that now is building in our factory and what is your certificate. So just for reference, nearly 1 to 2 months. And about the after-sale service of this plant, we have 1 year warranty, except the wearing parts and the man-made damage. And also, our engineer can just come to your factory for just guiding the machine installation, commission, and operation training. And the price is just for reference for different places. And if you are in China, the price is very low. Because we are the Chinese manufacturers, very near to come to the factory, and just whether you are our engineer can come to your regions, help you to finish the whole processing building line, and also we can just help you to train the workers to know how to control the processing line. Actually, it's very easy to control this. We have the PLC system, so it can run automatically. And here is the several equipment of this lithium battery. You can have a look at this. If you have any questions, you can contact with us, or any other things that if you want to contact with us, you can leave your contact ways in the comment section, or or requires in the comment section, or you can send the private message to us. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately. Okay, is there anything wrong about the website? This is a rotary screen. And except the lithium battery recycling machine and the solar panel recycling machine, we also have the combination machine, to the charcoal making machine, and to get these kind of charcoal from the wood, the coconut shell, palm shell, and so on. This is a magnetic separator, just above the belt conveyor. So let's start from the very beginning. Welcome our new friends to come to Doing's live show. We are the manufacturer of the lithium battery recycling equipment. If you want to know more information or buy this processing line, you can contact with us. We have our own factory. You can visit to see the whole processing line of the equipment. Here are the raw material and the final products of the lithium battery. All the equipment are just physical processing, so there are no dust and no chemical waste or the air, the smoke pollution that's during the whole production line. While the normal handling capacity is 100 kilogram or 1 ton per hour. If you need a smaller or a larger capacity, you need to confirm with the engineer, and just all the equipment can be customized. Just the raw material, it includes like the power lithium battery, hard shell lithium battery, mobile lithium battery, plastic shell or soft shell, aluminum shell lithium battery, and the positive and negative parts of them. The lithium battery used the positive material as a main basis of naming. And the most commonly used raw materials are lithium and cobaltate, and lithium magnate, and lithium iron phosphate, and other things like the ternary materials, just the nickel, cobalt, manganese, the polymeters, mixed things. This is why we can just recover the valuable materials from them. Most of them is the lithium. And it includes the positive material, negative material, and the electrolyte composition and the phosphate. The positive material just is 40%, negative nearly 5%, and the chloride 16%, and phosphate nearly 20%. The diaphragm is between the positive and negative plate. It acts the insulation, while the main function of this diaphragm is to separate the positive and negative electrode of this battery to prevent the short circuit contact between its two stages. That is the contact contained the positive materials just count for nearly just 40%. Consists of the aluminium, the positive powder, and the negative materials. It includes the copper and the negative powder. The chloride nearly 20%, that's right, nearly 30%, and also have the shell. That is the content of the raw materials and the technical processing plant, processing line. First is the discharging step. That's to put the scribe lithium battery into the concentration of the sodium chloride solution and soak for nearly 2 days to make the positive and negative terminal of the battery to be short circuit. And then we use the double shaft shredder to shred the lithium battery. After processing, they are get around 2 to 5 centimeter. And the combination machine that is used electric heating or gas heating. The heating temperature in the furnace is nearly 200 or 300, and the electrolyte of this battery is completely evaporated, and just to have the harmless treatment for the several steps later. Well, just to the smaller capacity like 500 kilogram per hour to 100 per hour is not very necessary to process the carbonization machine. It is just used for the larger capacity. And then we also process with the dust and glass cleaning system on the combustion system, mainly composed of the spring tower system, activate carbon system, and UV photooxygen system to purify these harmful particles inside. For example, the hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen fluoride, or other things, pneumonia gas, and so on. And then we will use the first hammer crusher to crush the particles to less than 10 millimeter. And in this step, like the bleeds and the screen of the crusher are the spare parts. Also, the blade is also the spare part. It can just change according to the machine running time. And then the rotary screen. Just not the liner vibrating screen, that is a rotary screen with a high working efficiency and high separation rate to crush them into this sealed vibrating screen by using the 20 mesh screen surface rolling rotary screen, so that the qualified material is discharged through the holes, and the black powder here is recovered about 80 to 70%. The length of this line is 6 millimeter. And then we will use the belt conveyor to, the magnetic separator to separate iron from the raw materials. And then we will use the liner vibrating screen by using the vibration of screening to separate them. This step is to separate the diaphragm. And just the diaphragm will separate from the top layer with they have three layer of two mesh. First mesh is 2 millimeter, and second mesh is 100 millimeter mesh, and second train is 100 mesh, and the top layer we can separate the diaphragm. It's equipped with the pipes and fans to remove the plastic diaphragm, and the middle layer is the copper, aluminium, and black powder. And bottom layer is a black powder, and recovery rate of this diaphragm is 98%. And then the second hammer crusher to crush the particles into 6 millimeter, and second rotary screen to separate nearly 10% of this black powder, and then a grinder to grinding the materials as the granular shape, and the ID vibrating screen. That is to separate most of the black powder inside to 99%, and then to control the sizes of this copper and aluminium. Then the separator, the air separator, that is to utilize the carbon oxidation of this airflow and the vibration screen and the material that the larger copper particles will settle to the bottom, and the smaller aluminium particles will just expand on the surface. That's separate them. And for the whole production line, that you can see, we include the cyclone dust collector and the post dust collector. Cyclone dust collector is to collect the bigger dust, and the smaller dust is use the post dust collector to collect them. And this is the introduction and our equipment feature. You can have a look at this. If you need the catalog, you can tell our sales manager. They will just send this for you, and also the quotation we will also give you. And this is today's introduction of the lithium battery recycling machine. We also have the carbonization machine to making the charcoal and the solar panel recycling machine to recycle the aluminium, copper, glass, plastic, and silicone from the scrap the solar panel. This is just a similar technique. Also, it is used the physical technique to recycle them. And you can see this is a LED vibrating screen. This one, yeah, this one, and this is the wind conveyor to convey the powder, and this white one is the air separator. Here, this is the magnetic separator, and this is the rotary screen. Small rotary screen, that's to recycle the black powder. And this is the 3D layout of the processing line. More clear to understand. That will be more easy to see. Okay. And first is the double shaft shredder. Here, as before, then we need to have the starting step to have this to use the solution of this sodium chloride. That's to make the short circuit of this particles. Sorry, of these materials, and then we will use this furnace, hot wind furnace, to have to dry them, and then the first hammer crusher to crush the particles. Then the rotary screen. This is a 6 meters rotary screen, the first rotary screen to remove that 60 to 70% of the black powder. Magnetic separator, liner vibrating screen, and then this is the wind conveyor system. This blue one, the wind conveyor system, and just below them, that is the ID vibrating screen. Here, the ID vibrating screen, and then we will go into this step, the second hammer crusher and second rotary screen. That is to first crush the particles into 6 millimeter, and then to separate more black powder in this step. And then the third grinder to grind the particles into the granular shape. And then the ID vibrating screen to control the sizes, and the air separator to separate the copper and aluminium. For the processing line, we equipped it with the dust removal system and a small cleaning system, that to ensure we are all environmental friendly. So don't need to worry about the pollution during the production. If you are interested in this step, or want to get our catalog, want to get our price list, you can send your contact ways to us. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately and give you our brief introduction. Do you have any questions about this? And also we have the scrap PCB board recycling plant and the solar panel recycling plant. Here is the lithium battery, the 3D layout by our engineer. Yeah, that's better. Like the crashing, step, rotary screen, combination system, and the crashing. This is the post-test collector, rotary screen, and liner rubbering screen. Then the magnetic separator, and this anti-vibrating screen. And this is the second rotary screen, and just several steps to separate this black powder. And here is the air separator. Just for your requirements, you can tell us, and anything you want to know, you can contact with our sales manager. If you want to come to our factory, our factory is in Henan province, which is in central China. I'm not sure if you have been here of this province, and you can just come to our factory to see how we built the equipment and the detailed technique. Our sales manager will just take you to our factory and help you to know more about this equipment, and better for you to have a comparison of different manufacturer. And also, if you need the price list, also you can contact with them. Just because they're different certificate, and like the workshop is different, the region's different, so all the equipment can be customized, depends on your raw material, your capacity, your workshop. The common one is 150 kilogram, 500 kilogram and 1 ton per hour. There's two just processing line, but the engineer can help you to customize. So if you need a larger one or a smaller one of the processing line, you can also just contact with our engineer. We are doing rope, the manufacturer of this equipment. Here are some introduction of our company. Let's have a look at this. Oh, this is the with tire. Yeah, this is the name of our company. We are doing rope. We are one of the subsidiary company of doing rope. Wait a minute. Here are some the certificate. We have the CE, ISO, and this is the certificate in China. Here is the culture of the company that we have. A company is located in the capital of Henan province, and the factory is next to our company. Nearly, so we need to go there for 40 to 50 minutes by car. And here are some technical patent. We have just nearly 100 patent, and this is the machine as we have in our factory to build equipment. This is some project cases from Yunnan, Chongqing, Russia, Brazil, Kazakhstan, Shanxi province, Guangxi province in China. Now we have our customer for nearly like 120 countries. We have our customer and project cases. This is the several processing line. That here is today's topic. That the solid and waste and hazardous waste recycling equipment, the crushing step to recycle this copper and aluminium from them. And these are several other processing lines: starch, fufu processing machine, the edible oil processing machine, and also the solid hazardous waste treatment and sorting plant. That is for the with tire, with plastic pyrolysis plant and the distillation plant. Here are the visits of customer and some delivery picture, project cases in our factory. If you want to contact with us, you can leave your contact ways to us privately, or you can send these. Just tell us your comments to us in the comment section. My assistant will just contact with you. Okay, this is today's information. If there are no more questions, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching today. Have a nice day. Goodbye.